Welcome back, everybody, to the Los Angeles Rams franchise rebuild on Madden 24. We're coming off our first win of the season against the Detroit Lions, 24-21, and that was without our number one receiver, David Jackson. He is going to return here in Week 3, but in turn, we are going to lose our first round rookie, Deontay McCoon, who has turf toe. And during that Week 2 game, we saw a big performance out of our rookie running back, Antonio Blackshear. He is having quite the year already. Very efficient on the ground. He's breaking tackles and he's making big plays with the ball in his hands. Excited for the future of this guy on this team. Now, is there a playbook that could get him more carries? Maybe so, because right now the run game is working way better than the passing game. But through 2 weeks, let's sim these next 2 games and get us to Week 5 against the Niners, who are off to a perfect start through the first 2 weeks. And we have taken down the Cardinals 34-24. Definitely more of a high scoring game than I imagined. But Jesse Wagner always seems to sim pretty well. 4 touchdowns, no INTs, 258 through the air. We are not used to that many touchdowns in a game because our playbook is just a lot of short throws for the most part. On the ground, Anthony Leach, 4.7 per carry, 2 touchdowns. And Perry Kaysen actually got more carries, or pretty much the same carries as Blackshear, and ran the ball a bit better at 3.9 per. So that's an interesting development here. But David Jackson had a 3-touchdown day with 70 yards in his return. Good job by BJ Traynor, and McCollum also in the end zone for the second straight week. I think he is definitely making a name for himself as potentially this team's number 3 over Martez Kyle, but Kyle also played very well in our previous week. We got a handful of sacks here between 4 different players. No turnovers in this game. And Douglas was once again perfect. And Jesse Wagner gets a weekly award for that 4-touchdown game. Good for him. In the tandem breakout scenario, David Jackson, or Deontay McCoon, says that David Jackson took our last game over and can't be stopped. And now with McCoon coming back here in Week 4, he wants to have a repeat performance. I'm going to challenge him. Don't ask me, show me. What can he do in Week 4 against the Baltimore Ravens? 2,500 XP for David Jackson. That's awesome. And if McCoon goes for $150, then he might get either XP or a dev upgrade. And we got the usual post-Week 3 QB check-in, and like always, I'm going to ask our quarterback to build chemistry, figure things out. The first 2 weeks weren't his best, but Week 3 apparently was his best. We also got a game plan for Lamar. Wait, no, not Lamar. I forgot it's Patrick Mahomes. That's the quarterback in Baltimore now. Yeah, he's not like a crazy scrambler, so we got to limit his passing for sure. These early injuries just are not kind to us. Antonio Blackshear out for Week 4. Come on, man. And despite that, he does have an upgrade point, and we're going to keep plugging away at the power. If we can make this guy that's well-rounded, I think he's going to be one of the best backs in this league for years to come, hopefully. And the win streak continues. An overtime victory here against Mahomes and the Ravens. We outgained them by over 100 yards. We had 2 Wagner picks in this game, and he still had a better rating than Mahomes. 3 touchdowns, over 100 more passing yards. We sacked Mahomes twice and did not take a sack in this game. Perry Kaysen, decent job on the ground. 26 carries. Can we get this many carries in this next game against the Niners? That would be very nice. 1 touchdown for Perry Kaysen, 2. And BJ Traynor had a touchdown plus 95 yards. We had 3 receivers over their top guy in this game. So touchdowns for Jackson and Kyle as well. Great job through the air. Deontay McCoon, 4 for 35. We got a sack for Raheem Finch and 1 for Brian Stewart. And threw 2 picks, did not get any turnovers in this game. And our kicker was perfect. And they actually missed one. Kate York had 1 blocked earlier in the game. Awesome. And McCoon is, not going to make the breakout. He only had 35 yards. He's got to be a lot better. Really hasn't had that breakout game yet. Still waiting for a big performance. And coming off that game, Weiner says everything is starting to come together offensively. You know what? Maybe he's right. If we can play well against San Fran, I will agree. Plus 10 morale for the entire offense. Immaculate vibes. And because we played some fantastic defense and pass coverage, we met our goal for this game. And that means that the entire defense also gets XP. So the offense gets plus 10 morale, and the defense gets a lot of XP. That's awesome. And Darius Richards will have X Factor for the entire game against the Niners. We need that. And Brian Stewart has a breakout chance going into week 5 as well. He's coming off a week with a sack, and if we can hold these guys to less than 100 yards on the ground, or get Stewart a pick, a forced fumble, tackle for loss, or a sack, he will go up to star dev, I believe. So we are 3-1, the Seahawks are 3-1, but these Niners haven't lost a game yet. Here's our chance to give them their first of the season. This is going to be our first time facing this team without Brock Purdy, and they've got Corbin Roberts as their quarterback. And he's been here since he was drafted, but it's his first real chance to start, and he's played pretty well. Only has 6 touchdowns and not a whole lot of passing yards, but I'm assuming that they have a good run game because they're putting up some points. I think they're top 5 in scoring right now. And they've got a superstar running back in Ben Winston. So this team, I mean, their offense doesn't look great, but they're still winning games. We cannot come into this game and underestimate this team. Every week, there's just a starter that gets hurt. Every single week. Raheem Finch is going to be out for this week. So Gerald Ricard is going to come in for him. Without further ado, let's go back home to SoFi Stadium here in Week 5 in a California clash. An NFC West clash between the Rams and the 49ers. In Week 5, here we go in our home turf. Taking on an undefeated San Francisco team. Can we take him down and move to 4-1 this year after losing in Week 1 pretty handily? We do finally have a fully healthy offense again, just like back in Week 1. Hopefully we play a lot better than that week. Antonio Blackshear gets the first carry and he runs for 9. With this offensive line, he's just a different beast. I also forgot to change the guy's number. I will do that if I can remember once this episode is all said and done. That is a bad run by Perry Kaysen, man. He really had a chance to get a first down. Instead, we have 3rd and 2, and Blackshear's got a big hole. He makes a man miss, and is across the 45. Well, a pretty good start on the ground in this game, and we're going to stick with it. That time, they're ready for it. And another run. Blackshear finds a crease and gets the first down. His vision is already awesome, dude. He found that hole so quickly. We're now in Niners territory. Wagner dumps it off for Trainer, turning up fields. Good tackle by Hufanga. Trainer's coming off one of the best weeks of his entire career. 5 yards shy of a Benjamin during that game. And he gets us across the 40-yard line. We're going to pass it again, and that's Martez Kyle hanging on. But inches short of the line to gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down. We got Perry Kaysen in there with Barnett the fullback. And it's a fullback dive, and he's planted with no gain. In fact, he lost a yard. How did that not work? What a tackle by Elam. On 4th and 1, the Rams are going to settle for the field goal. That is a big tackle right there because this drive would have kept going. But the Rams are on the board first, 3-0. This right here is our first look at their new quarterback, Corbin Roberts. They're going to start on the ground with Winston. He gains 1. coming off a 91-yard game back in Week 4. This team has not lost a game so far, and their quarterback has yet to turn the ball over. With Richards in the zone the entire game, we will probably end up getting one, but there's no guarantees in the NFL. Loss of 4 on the screen pass, thanks to Quincy Basnights. Long way to go on 3rd down. Roberts facing pressure, incomplete at the foot of his receiver. 3-and-out forced by the Rams. We've got some really good starting field position. Starting at the 43-yard line. Cannot let this drive go to waste. And that's incomplete. Kyle could not hang on in traffic. That's when you got to bring in. On 2nd down, we're going to keep it through the air. Wagner throws it away, facing pressure. If I see one more drop by Kyle, I'm going to make McCollum the number 3 receiver. And Wagner lost it. It's scooped up by Greg Teal, and he has saved a turnover. It's a sack for Moss, and that's going to end this drive. The Rams go 3-and-outs. Honestly, with that play, it's apparent to me already that still, just like the first couple of weeks of the season, the passing game is just not working right now. So we're going to bring in McCollum over Kyle to just kind of give us a different look here. And I'm also going to take David Jackson out of the slots because McCollum played well there in our last game. And I feel like if he plays there again, maybe he can give us a different boost there. And Jackson can just worry about being on the outside. San Fran gets it back from the 24-yard line. And they're going to dump it off for Winston. He gets leveled. Loss of 1. If you look down below, the Broncos, led by Damon Craig, are 3-1. Roberts taken down. Warren Terry and Gerald Ricard on the double team sack. What a start for this defense. An even longer way to go on 3rd down than their last one. But a good pocket. Roberts sacked in the end zone for a safety. It's Warren Terry again. And it's 5-0 Rams. Why is he flexing? What? The guy that just got sacked for a safety is flexing. Are you sure you want to do that? So we take over off the safety punt. 2 straight sacks by the big man Warren Terry, who is up for a new contract. And by the way, after Tennessee kind of mollywopped us there in Week 1, they have not won a game since then. That's pretty awesome. And we've won every game since then, so kind of a flip script there. 1-yard gain for Blackshear on that reception. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. They bring 5. It's outside. Jackson with his first catch. We've got to convert these 3rd and shorts, and we do just that. Harry Kaysen, his first positive yard run. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Little RPO action. The 5-yard gain for Deontay McCoon. That's his first grab. We're still not getting, that open, especially on routes that don't just stop at a certain point. That one is fit in there. Kind of a tight window, and McCoon has 2 straight grabs and enough for a first down. We're back inside the 40-yard line, just like on our opening drive. That's going to end the first quarter. It's 5-0 Rams, a strange score, but they've got negative 28 passing yards. We're on the 38 to open the second quarter. Trips top of the screen. Wagner over the middle and caught again. 3 straight for the first-round rookie. Got a pretty wide set on 1st and 10. We give it to Blackshear outside. He's got 1 man to beat, but he's taken down. 1-yard gain. Good pocket, quick throw. McCoon runs for the first down. Love to see this rookie get heavily involved here. I got to fix those sleeves. And both him, Kyle, and McCollum, they all got those longer sleeves. But nice 10-yard pickup right there. Wagner has a clean pocket, but there's a flag down on that pass. And it's going to be a hold on the offense. Kevin Campbell. So back to where we were before that McCoon catch. And now up the seam. Touchdown. Denard McCollum. 3 straight weeks with a touchdown. I think. Or at least 3 in his last 4. Let's go. Put this guy in the slot and he will make things happen. A good throw by Wagner as well. And the Rams are going to lead with a pretty strange score. The PAT is going to make it 12-0. Not a score you often see. Negative 27 total yards for the Niners. With 9:02 to go here in the first half. Play fake on first down. It's dumped off for Winston. And they almost have their first down. Quick drop back. Roberts has an open receiver across the 50. And there it is. Wait, do you guys know who that was? That was Brandon Randolph, former Rams receiver. Going down again, the 3rd Rams sack. Carl Graham for a loss of 9. They're back in their own territory. But how about Brandon Randolph finding his way onto the Niners depth charts? After, I think, 2 years elsewhere, we bring pressure again. Levy and Ruiz get there. Number 4. Loss of 9 more, dude. What a start on defense. An even longer 3rd down than their previous 2 on their previous 2 drives. We only bring 3. Roberts completes it on the outside, but well short. They'll have to punt. An absolutely incredible punt by San Fran is going to pin us inside our 5-yard line. We got to go 96 yards to get back in the end zone. It's not going to be easy. 1st and 10. We give it to Blackshear. There's nothing there at all. We're just trying to create some breathing room to get a passing play off, I think. Harry Kaysen gains 4. And Blackshear is going out wide here in 3rd down. From our own 8s. Wagner steps up and delivers a strike. BJ Traynor wide open. A way to extend the play by our quarterback. Now we can start to really get moving down the fields. Good, clean pocket, and Jackson just straight dropped it. He just dropped it. Are you kidding? You don't often see him make those kinds of mistakes. And that would have gone for at least 15 yards. 2nd and 10, floated over the top. McCoon makes the grab. He breaks the tackle. And this is the game we were waiting for. Deontay McCoon, his first NFL touchdown. A beauty of a throw over the top by Jesse Wagner, and McCoon not only makes the grab, but he breaks the tackle and goes the distance. What a first half on both sides of the ball for the Rams. That was awesome. The PAT from Glenn Douglas is going to make it a 19-0 Rams lead. This is the McCoon breakout game I was waiting for. What a game so far for the Rams. And the defense keep things up on this next San Fran drive. Got about 3.5 minutes to get some points on the board prior to halftime. Winston runs for the 1st down. And down below, the Seahawks and Cardinals are all tied up. Baslett brings some pressure. And Roberts gets rid of it, and now Quincy's hurt. Not what you want to see after a great start. Hopefully he's going to come back. From their own 45, dumped off over the middle for Richardson. That's going to be a 1st down. Hand it off up the middle. Nice run by Ben Winston. Gain of 9. Out of the 2-minute warning. They need 1 yard for a first down, and they're not going to get it. Batted away by sick-in-your corner Frank Drummond. Could have been picked off, too, if he wanted to go for it, but you take the incompletion. On 3rd down, they go play fake. And it is almost picked off by Richards. He had a hand in there, but had to jar it loose from Brandon Randolph, his former teammates. And now from the 39, they're going to give Jake Moody a chance. He's their highest rated player on the roster. This one is a deep one, and it's no good. There's a flag. Don't tell me that we just hit their kicker. How do we always do this? It's so often. Why is it always Brian Stewart? I'm going to be sick. Up to the 24, I guess. Drive kept alive. It is always to end a half. I can't explain it. I simply can't. This defense cannot be on the field for the last 2 minutes because they will allow a score. Come on, man. We almost got another sack. Winston spins away from Carlos Ruiz. Only gains 2. That is just so frustrating, man. You had the stop right there. He missed the field goal. But nope. And now it's thrown away. 3rd and 8 coming up. They need the 14-yard line for a first down. And they're not going to get it. Another field goal attempt. This time it's a lot safer. 4th and 2. Please don't touch the guy. They're going to get their points. You're welcome, I guess. That also leaves our offense with, frankly, less time to score ourselves. And we also had to burn a timeout, too, because of it. So 2 timeouts left, a minute to play before halftime. Through the air, McCullum's got it for a first down. And he should have gone out of bounds on that one, but whatever. Wagner's 12 for 15. You pretty much got to go no huddle if you want to get in field goal range on this drive. Another clean pocket, short throw for McCoon. And we are going to burn a timeout. From the 39, another clean pocket, wide open. It's Blackshear up to midfield. You got to go fast. You got to go fast. What are we doing here? I just got to know how this game is so bad at time management. At the end of halves. Wagner steps up, hit as he threw out of bounds. That takes off 5 seconds. You pretty much have to go out of bounds before clock runs out, or else it's going to go to halftime with a 16-point ball game. We're sending it down the field. It is broken up in the end zone. Trying to go for McCoon again. Now we only have 10 seconds. So, again, you got to get out of bounds. We need, probably 11, 12 yards. And Wagner is hit as he threw, incomplete. I know I nitpick a lot in this series, but we should be up 19-0 right now. Just frankly put, we gifted them that field goal. That better not come back to bite us. I doubt it will, but if it does, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Going to the halftime break. An update from Arizona where the Seahawks are going to lead at halftime 10-7. But I'm kind of hoping for the Cardinals to pull out a win there because I don't want Seattle to be 4-1 with Stroud under center. It's a dangerous team with him at quarterback. They've been decent with Will Pollard, but they're better with Stroud. And now the Colts are 4-1 with a big win against Joe Burrow, picking him off 3 different times. So the Colts, really impressive start to their campaign. They got Miami on the road in Buffalo at Highmark Stadium, and they are going to be tied heading into halftime. San Fran does start the half with the football, down by 16 points. So our first look here at the second half offense, them just trying to see if they're going to play any better here. We bring 5, and Levy almost got another sack He's brought 3 different pressures. The first one got there. These last 2 have forced incompletions. That's a big play right there to open this half. Just showing off that we're not going to slow down bringing the pressure, but they will complete it for a first down. That was the first grab of the day for Ronald Sharper, who has had some big games in years past against us. Winston goes outside and gains 7. Empty look on second down, and Randolph's open for a first down. 11 for 16 through the air for Corbin Roberts. Pretty efficient day so far. Have yet to really force too many incompletions. Almost picked him off once. Another short throw. Goes for 3. Play fake on second down. Pressure coming. We have hit this guy so many times as he has thrown the ball. We are so close from getting like our 5th, 6th, 7th sack of the game. We still only have 4. 3rd and 7. Roberts up the seam and way off the mark. The defense is playing great. This defensive showing is calling me back to year 5, where when we played the Niners twice during that season, we sacked Brock Purdy, I think, 11 total times on the year in 2 games. And it's looking that way again here against Roberts. We give it to David Jackson on the ground, and he runs for a first down. And now a Niner is shaken up. From the 32, Blackshear comes in and runs for only 3. They've been all over the run, besides that Jackson run these last couple of trips. Let's see if we can pick some steam back up there or keep it going through the air. We're honest, we've had more success in this game. We will throw it, and Jackson breaks a tackle up to the 40-yard line for 3rd and 2. Showing a run to the right. It's a weak side run instead, and Blackshear has an easy first down. Jackson in the backfield again, gets the carry and some good blocking. Really good hesitation there and patience. Another first down run for him. I want to get some more of those plays involved if he can slip through those kinds of tackles. Back up to the Niners 40. Blackshear just runs straight ahead. And now David Wiggins is down for the San Fran defense. Quick throw. Trainer hangs on. That's his 3rd grab. Wagner very efficient so far. 16 for 22. Over 200 yards. 2 touchdowns. Trying to get his 3rd here on this possession. Under half the quarter left. Another good run. Blackshear has enough to move the chains. 56 yards on 10 carries. This guy is just really efficient on the ground. This offensive line has been so good for so damn long. And now up the seam again. It's caught by McCollum. If he makes that one in the air, he probably goes for a touchdown again. We are just 13 yards out. They bring 5, and the pass is batted away. We're going to hand it off. Blackshear planted at the 9 to bring up 3rd down. A touchdown makes a comeback very unlikely. Wagner delivers a strike over the middle. McCollum's got it down at the 1-yard line. You got to punch this ball in now. Perry Kaysen checks in. We're showing a strong side run. Estes in motion. And it is going to be a strong side run. And Perry Kaysen walks the dog. Just like our last game. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Rams keep things going to start this second half. The PAT from Douglas makes it 26-3, a 13-play, 80-yard drive. Took over 5.5 minutes as well. That is one of the best drives you'll ever see us have. 312 yards to 70-ish for the Niners. It's not what you want to see for an undefeated team. And there is sack number 5 finally. Brian Stewart makes up for the penalty in the first half. The loss of 13. This right here is what I mean when I say Rams football. This is the kind of game I'm talking about. Just complete dominance on both sides, especially on defense. Not letting them get any chance to win this game and giving every chance to the offense to move down the field. And they have not let us down so far on either end. A 23-point lead. We bring a 4-man rush, and Roberts just throws it out of bounds on 3rd down. We are starting across midfield on this next drive. It's just all coming together here in week 5, folks. 26-3. We got to go 48 yards for our 4th touchdown here in the ball game. That's a good start. Deontay McCoon, I think, has doubled his yearly total in this game alone. From the 34, Blackshear carries a couple defenders for 8. Quick throw, David Jackson for a first down. They just got no answer right now for this offense. And QB1 is now in the zone. Looking for the end zone. Trainer leveled at the 1, but he hangs on. We're knocking on the door going into this 4th quarter. You cannot ask for a better performance, man. This is absolutely incredible. We start the 4th quarter at their 1-yard line. Gotta punch this one in. Perry Kaysen, his 2nd touchdown, untouched. The Rams are back, and they're looking dominant right now. Another PAT from Douglas gives us a 30-point lead. We aren't done, though, folks. I want to see a bit more before this game is all said and done. Richardson makes the grab for 4 yards. We're still not forced interception or anything, but we're forcing a lot of 4th downs. Now 4th and 3, with 10 to play. The Niners are going to stay out there. They got Randolph top of the screen. They need the 36-yard line for a first down, and they're going to get it and more. Trips top of the screen. Roberts delivers to an open receiver inside our 15. Bates with the grab. He's been pretty involved here. Probably the most grabs of any receiver in this game for San Francisco. He's got 63 yards. It's got to be over half of their total yardage. And from the 11, Roberts intercepted by Richards. He outruns his defender, and he's gone up the sideline. What a change of momentum. The game was already over, but that's just the stamp. We got the defensive score. We got the turnover. We knew that he would show up here with the X Factor activated all game long, and it comes here in the 4th quarter. That's awesome. Final play of the game. It's picked off by Drummond. We're going to get that touchdown. Our 2nd pick 6, and that's going to walk the game off. What a performance. It's going to end 46-3. What an ending. Gotta be our best performance of the entire series. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. An absolutely incredible win here in Week 5. And we hand the Niners their first loss in devastating fashion. This game was nothing short of amazing. We've got to keep this depth chart exactly as it was entering this game. We're just going to add Raheem Finch back to our lineup next week. And I am excited for the offense going forward after this game. I was waiting for a big performance like this. I was not expecting it to be this damn good. Wagner's best game that we have watched in quite some time. A great rating of 128, 268 through the air, 2 big touchdowns, only took 1 sack. We got to Roberts 5 times. We picked him off twice for 2 pick sixes. I mean, you can't ask for a better performance. Blackshear 5.0 per carry. Perry Kaysen 2 touchdowns. David Jackson ran the ball very well. And how about the first round receiver, Deontay McCoon, finally showing up here in week 5? Maybe that's a sign of things to come. How about Denard McCullum with his at least 3rd touchdown this season? Always seems to go for a touchdown plus like 50 or so yards. Carlos Ruiz, plenty of tackles, but we got a lot of sacks. Oren Terry had 2 of them. 1 for Brian Stewart and Carl Graham. Ruiz and Levy split 1. Ricard was involved, and Frank Drummond and Richards both had 4th quarter pick sixes to make the score look a lot better. We also we had a fumble forced by Larry Moss, but that was recovered by us. But Glenn Douglas, perfect to start his 2nd season. And we have a breakout chance, a successful breakout for Brian Stewart because he got that sack in that 3rd quarter. So he gained star developments. That's pretty huge. This defense is only getting better year after year. And he gets 5K XP too. That's awesome. Frank Drummond gets the weekly award. We don't get anything else on offense, but how about Damon Craig over in Denver? A near perfect day. And I think the Broncos are now 4-1. Well, that will take us into week 6, where we now have first place in the NFC West because we have won all of our division games so far. We have beaten the Cardinals and the Niners, and now we lead the division at 4-1. The Seahawks end up losing to the Cardinals last week, so that is a big boost to us here in this division. And right now we have the tiebreaker over San Francisco. Everything comes at a cost. Zach McCoy out for 2 weeks with a broken finger from practice. Amazing. After that game, though, we gotta bump McCullum up over Martez Kyle. He's dropped too many passes. McCullum has not, and he's making plays. He's getting more open. He's got to play there. We're also going to play him in the slot because when he's played there, we have moved the ball pretty easily. So he gets that spot. And we also get Raheem Finch back this week. He'll be the rush right, and he'll also be one of our starting linebackers, I believe, at left. Yeah, that's the case. Awesome. I have not noticed Ben Farrow being a turnstile this year, so that's at least a good sign for the first 5 weeks. And for Brian Stewart, who just earned Star Dev, let's go Power Rusher for him. He showed that in this past week. And this only makes sense. Upgrade point for Deontay McCoon. Let's try and up that. Maybe the catching and the catch in traffic could help him out. So let's go with physical. And he just got an ability slot, which means that he's at least a superstar. He's at least a superstar. We have not gotten one for Black, but we have not gotten to a multiple of 5 for the upgrade point. So we know that at least McCoon is at least a superstar. Maybe X Factor. I don't think he's an X Factor, but at least a superstar is awesome for the first round rookie. And how about Denard McCullum? I'm curious what his stats are so far this year. 154, 3 touchdowns. That is good for a guy that was playing in the 4 spot for most of the season to this point. And for him, very similar profile as to McCoon. And we're going to go with physical for him as well. We're going to change Antonio Blackshear's number to... let's just do 21 again. I think 21 is a good number. We're going to give the regular jersey sleeves to our receivers now, including Martez Kyle. The same goes for McCoon. And lastly, for McCullum. I think at this point, because Wagner wants a massive cap hit, which if we offer what he wants, 337 over 6 years, it would be a 56 mil cap hit per year on average. We have about 60 mil left to give around, but we gotta bring at least these two guys back. These two are a huge part of our defense. We cannot lose Darius Richards, but I want a longer deal in this 1 year. I'm down for like 3 years, brother. He's so damn good. He's still the highest overall possible. He's got 2 upgrade points that we can't even use until he starts to regress. So a 3-year deal is what it's going to be for him. We'll be getting a big cap hit, but he is worth it every day of the week. And Carlos Ruiz actually does not want as big of a cap hit as I was expecting, which is great because we are paying our defense a lot of money, and for good reason, but it's starting to really add up. Will he take the initial offer? Yes, he will. He signs a 5-year deal. He's going to be under contract till he's 29 years old. That is going to do it for me, folks, but the offense is playing a lot better as of late. Blackshear's running the ball super well, over 80 yards per game. It's not really getting too many touchdowns because Perry Cason always gets those goal line carries, but he's doing a great job. BJ Traynor has our highest yard amount, but David Jackson did miss 1 game. Touchdowns are pretty well spread out. We've only allowed 3 sacks through 5 weeks. We're looking pretty damn good so far. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.